Hi folks, hello. Sako took her leave. On to watch the didn't seem like she took her leave. On to watch her go. Provide a little distraction from her bleak situation. Wanda silently saw a way out. Wanda silently saw a way out of this mess. I look too. Thought of what her old drill instructor told her about the old days, about the old Jade saying in the army. In the absence of orders, find something and kill it. It meant cause chaos. It could be taken, many took that saying literally, but Londa thought of it in another way. Spread as much chaos for the enemy as possible. If you see an opportunity to destroy equipment, demoralize the enemy, kill the enemy, or demoralize the enemy, take it. Mr. Gilder. Why is my throat so dry? And that energy drink tastes good now when a little while ago it tasted so terrible. Let's see. Wanda Moon. Purred, looking his way. Wanda. Gilder looked uneasy in an instant. Wanda had thrown him off by speaking like this in her situation. Most women by now would have been crying and begging for Gilder to get her out of the machine. Wanda, pale and wet with ice, seemed still in control of her emotions. Just a facade, Gilder thought. It's all just a little facade. On the inside, he's probably breaking like a rock hit by a mirror. Breaking like a mirror hitting a rock. Hit by a rock. Yeah, it's a rock. A-R-O-C-K. Not a rock. That's kind of annoying. How come there's so many country names that sound like other things? Like Iraq, you know? Iraq. Some people pronounce it Iraq. I don't know what's the correct pronouncement. Even though, you know, there's an A there, so use the A, right? What? Gilder asked. Finally ready to talk. Tell us something? Yes, something about your mall. Wanda Moon smiled. I got some excited murmuring in the room. Go on. Gilder requested. Having a feeling he wasn't going to like where this was going. Yeah. Let's see. Whispering, mumbling, parooning, babbling. That doesn't seem right. Babbling isn't. I always associate babbling with it when some guy's talking so excited he can barely speak coherently. The mole is you, Wanda Moon said with a laugh. You are the mole, Mr. Gilder. Gilder looked around, looked about the room, annoyed to see that some men looked like they were taking her statement as fact. There was a lot of shock. Even Rupert looked a little like he was buying it. Gilder supposed this was the kind of paranoia that led to things like the famous witch hunts and hunts of the past, when men were on edge. They could do very stupid things. Let's see, witch hunt. Witch hunt, well, maybe not in this universe. I think there probably were witches in this universe, although they were actually people with, like, superpowers, like, you know, like X-Men, Marvel kind of stuff. But, you know, back then, a lot of stuff that couldn't be explained was chalked up to magic, so you know how it is. I'm talking about the real world there for a second, folks. The mole. Think of this is total poppycock, Gilder growled. No need for foul language. There's no way I'd be the mole. No way I'd be a mole. I would have been made sure I was 1,000,000 miles away from. Let's see, if I was 1,000,000 miles away. 1,000,000 miles away from here before any of this shit went down. I'd be sitting on some beach somewhere, drinking fancy drinks. Gilder couldn't come up with one on the top of his head, off the top of his head. He was so flustered. Wanda's accusation. It's a great cover, isn't it? Wanda asked. He gets real rough with me, and everyone thinks it's real rough with me, and everyone thinks that there's no way he could be working with the enemy. He's even killed Jade soldiers attacking this facility. So there's just no way. There's no way. Alan Richington, quiet for the whole interrogation so far, spoke up. I've seen ploys like that, Alan admitted, in the last war, where I ran into SK officer who killed a subordinate just to convince me that he was actually a Chromish officer in disguise. And he was really SK, Roper asked. Ireland nodded. Yes, he didn't fool me. He fooled me. He sacrificed him more. I was a young man, a young soldier for a blood cough for nothing. Ireland replied. I strung him along and let him think that he bamboozled me. Bamboozled? What was that funny old-fashioned word I used earlier? Poppycock? Huh. Whenever I lapse into his old-time chat, I guess you can expect bamboozle and poppycock to be pretty close at hand. And maybe the use of the word gay in the old sense, that just means happy. Let's see. That's not the case here. I assure you, gentlemen. Gilder countered, and accidentally made himself look more suspicious with a nervous chuckle. The mole has to be someone else. Someone who knows the space well. Guess it can't be you or me, Richington, Roper added. This is our first trip. Gilder looked on the moon. The jade are all vile. Gilder spat, all trying to... Those you can't beat. Try to sow doubt. You can't take somebody in a fair fight. You try to use all these dirty tricks. There are no dirty tricks in war, on the moon said. So give me a list of names. I'm done playing. Give me a list of names. Names of suspected moles. And I'll tell you who. Tell you which of them are working for me. It's all bullshit, Dominique Green said. She'll just pick random names. Names like she's picking them out of a hat. We can't trust anything she says. We turn up the cold, Gilder suggested. Turn it up high enough, she'll tell us what color her underwear is. Him. Alan mumbled, a little uncomfortable at such talk. It had been a while since he had been around soldiers and sailors who were a lot looser in their talk. Yeah, not stuffed shirts, right? I was kind of shocked at how Churchill talked. Apparently he said a lot of, what would you say, salty things. Let's see. I turned it up too high. She might die, Rupert said. And Gilder could sense that Rupert had lost some of his nerve, some of his venom from the death of his brother. Going soft, Doctor? Gilder asked. I don't want to kill. Kill our captive. Burton muttered. Maybe we should have interrogated the men, folks. And we even sure this girl is high-ranking. She might just be taking a bullet for her men. Jade women are quite loyal. Jade women are quite loyal to their men. Loyal to their men. Ireland added. Well, I did not like how he used the tone like it was, like how he said that, like a loyalty, like her loyalty, like a Jade woman's loyalty to her man was a bad thing. The more time I spend with Londa Moon, the more I like her as a character. Londa was about to say something about how Western women had happily spread their legs for Jade men during the occupation of every country they held in the war. When some random soldiers spoke up in the crowd. Let's see, is that run-on sentence? In every occupied country in the war. Well, that's something about how Westerners happily spread their legs for Jade men in every occupied country in the war. When delicious water. And you occupied every occupied country in the war when the same. Maybe the chief's trying to kill the girl so she doesn't expose him. Soldier cheered, yelled. I got quite a lot of chatter from everyone. Gilder looked fed up and glared at Rupert Warg. Okay, guess that's it then. Gilder said. The interrogation is over. For now. We don't got time for this circus. Shut it down? Rupert asked Gilder. Yeah. Turn the machine off. Unless you want to turn this girl into a popsicle. Go right here. Gilder muttered. And smirked. Looked to Wanda with a smirk. Smirk. I wouldn't be opposed to such a thing. And so Rupert turned. Naturally, Rupert didn't turn Londa Moon into a popsicle. He turned the machine off entirely, and soon the interior of the Crydon tube was almost room temperature. Londa Moon herself still feeling quite icy. Most of the coal had melted against her, leaving her feeling like she had been running through a cold rain all night. She sneezed, coughed, and wheezed after getting out of the tube. Breathing was hard for her for the first few minutes, but her lungs took in the warm air through the base and gradually returned to normal. She didn't think any lasting damage. The soldiers, her toes and her boots felt a little numb, but not frostbitten. At least she assumed as such. Wanda had never endured that kind of cold, a harsh enough cold to worry about such things. And while her fingers look a little blue up the tips, they seem fine too. They were hardly numb anymore. What now, gentlemen? Wanda asked apathetically. She kept her joy at victory, her little victory, and her victory to herself. There was one thing Zedans couldn't stand. It was someone who beat them, acting like they beat them. Being poor losers was, poor winners. Being poor losers was practically a genetic trait of the Zedans. We tie you up, we'll leave you here. One of the ranking Zedans replied, "Leave me here," Wanda asked, puzzled. "Not with my comrades?" Let's see. What is this thing I said about ranking? Raid women quite loyal men. You captured me while I was leading a squad, Wanda thought, looking Ireland's way. I like that stuff like that. Is the illusion that the writer is a thinking person. You know, like, of course she's ranking man. She was leading a squad. Usually squads are not led by the lowest ranked person. Maybe we'll have a scenario in World War II where a sergeant will be in charge, like over a lieutenant. Just because, you know, he's seasoned and the lieutenant is just some officer who came from an academy. It turns up in war movies, though, you know, officially the lieutenant still is in charge. It would be wise to listen to the experienced troops under his command. I think they called those guys 90-day wonders or something. In Vietnam, a lot of the men got murdered because they didn't listen to their men under their command. Let's see. Okay, folks, I think I've said enough here. This is the most talking I do in any given day, so see you later. Have a nice day.